Good morning, Ken. Happy Saturday morning. Week 6 of this class, final assignment. For this assignment, I do not have to be a principal. I just have to talk about principles and management systems. So I'm Robin for the presentation. Welcome to my podcast. And today we're going to be talking about how principals can best utilize organizational and management systems to kind of mitigate some of the hurdles that occur or are present here in education. And in my case, particularly in Nevada. So the 4 topics that I chose today were, I'm going to see if I wrote them down just so I don't forget: teacher recruitment and retention, budget and allocation, technology integration, and instructional leadership. So those are 4 pieces that I felt were applicable to my situation and Nevada as a whole. So Nevada is a very polarizing place because I'm in Northern Nevada. I believe Northern Nevada is the better side of Nevada. But Clark County, the second biggest or third biggest county in the entire country, is in Southern Nevada, and that takes and skews a lot of our data or a lot of our numbers. But they're still indicative of how problematic some of the things are here in Nevada. So the first things first, regarding teacher recruitment and retention, I work at a charter school, so it's a different beast. But from Nevada Current, an author, Kelly Edgar, said, even with advanced degrees and certifications, teachers sometimes feel like they're babysitters, as highlighted in a recent court motion where teachers allegedly called in sick as a form of protest. And the judge, to counter that, said, hey, parents are counting on you to show up to work for their children. So while that is something that we can sympathize, I think that shows sometimes how teachers are valued, and that perception really makes it hard to retain teachers or to I don't know if that's the correct word, or to recruit them in general. Additionally, the Nevada's teacher shortage is growing and exacerbating many serious problems. Low pay is obviously one of these things, but I think it's just the workload of being a teacher. So if I'm going to recruit a teacher and my pay is low, and we are in a situation where we need a lot of teachers, so the system is kind of broken. It's hard to do that. So in order to some of the organizational management systems that could be in place for a principal to kind of mitigate that problem is that mentorship programs, making sure that teachers are coming in and they're not just blindsided by what teaching requires. Also having competitive pay. So in central or rural Nevada, because no one wants to live in rural Nevada because it's the middle of nowhere, by providing competitive pay, that definitely entices a lot of teachers, particularly the new ones that are trying to get a new job, right? So the role of the school principal in leveraging community resources is that it's important for the principal to kind of communicate with all the community, particularly universities or a community college, to try to, hey, look, this is something that you can achieve. This is something we would love to have you do. We're trying to change the system. And then how does it address the mission and vision of the school? Well, clearly we want good teachers. So by making sure that we have stability and making them happy, that's going to trickle down to good teaching and good students. We're already at 3 minutes on this 5-minute podcast. Budget constraints and resource allocations. So again, I'm at a charter school. We do have budget constraints, but fortunately we have the autonomy to allocate our budget however we see fit. In Nevada, historically, as another quote, the per pupil funding in Nevada is $10,783 compared to the national average of $14,000. So almost, I don't know, what is that, 30%, 40% difference. So some of the systems that can be put into place to kind of mitigate that. Well, first off, we just recently received a $2.6 billion increase. So that is very helpful. Besides that, alternative funding like grants and fundraising and scholarships might have to be pursued. And then as far as the role for the principals can collaborate with local businesses to kind of